Alright, welcome to another Boulevard Paper Fight video. Today I have just received my Skytear game, the physical version finally, no more just TTSing for me. So let's take a look what's inside here. The anticipation is killing me. So, I already opened this, as you can tell, because I do have the game board beneath, which is super awesome, very high quality, very nice print. And the idea for this video is I'm actually not going to just go over everything, because I also happen to have the expansions here as well, all 4 of them. So what I'm going to do is do first this core box and then the expansions. And how I plan on doing this is to actually do a little bit of unboxing, but then go over, instead of all the cards, just the heroes themselves and all the interesting things that exist within them. So yeah, I'm going over the heroes, and then from that I am going to kind of talk about their ultimate card. And that is all in that regards. I'm not going to go to a deep dive with all the cards. That will be for another time. So here we are. Here's all the miniatures. They're really nice quality. I'm looking forward to washing and painting these and tuning them up. So here is the Outsider, the original Outsider. You saw before I had the expansion Outsiders. This is the OG. Really nice feel to it, nice weight. Super excited to paint and prime this one right here. So we have that, and then nice little, comes with its own little baggie of baggies to keep all your tokens in, which is great. And then here we have all the cards. So I want to crack these open so that I can get these cards out for you to see the ultimates of. Like I said, I'm not going to go over everything. I'm basically just going to go over the ultimates of the heroes. So let me find those in here. Alright, so there's one. There's 2. Did I miss one? Yes, I did. So you can see the art is super nice on these. I just quickly shuffle through. And we're going to set those aside up here. Then we got the other pack right here. And yeah, you can see these minis are pretty cool. This is my first time owning a miniature game. So the whole painting process and everything is somewhat overwhelming, but at the same time also super exciting. So yeah, I'm excited to get into this a little bit more and create a lot more content. I do have a podcast right now called Outsiders Only, if you are interested in this. So let me get that. Okay, there's one. There's one. Yeah, so you can kind of see the art without going into too much detail. And this is called the Skytear Flux. So this is the player that goes first, basically gets to have an extra mana as long as they're playing non-ultimate cards. Alright, and then here are all the hero cards. It comes with little, great little actions that each hero can do every turn, kind of your options each turn, and it goes into detail of what their worship mechanic is. For that was Kuromo. This is Lyothin. We have Taulot. And then lastly, we have Nuptin. And then here are the victory conditions. So these are the different variety of ways that you can win the game by completing any of these or by destroying the Nexus. And they all vary in different ways. There is some that focus on controlling the lanes, some that focus on killing heroes, and some that focus on the dome. So this is the Outsider card. So if you win the dome, you get to use this Outsider at the end of the round. And it has some very interesting effects that can be utilized to sway the game into your favor. So let's go into these fun little minis here. So they're not painted yet, as I said, but you can still see they have a nice detail to them. So this one is, oh, this one's hard. I'm in trouble focusing on this one here. So this is Yami. There we go. Pretty sweet. Look at the detail on that with the scythe. And Yami has the ability to pull cards from either the Nuptin or the Kuromo faction. So basically, if you build a deck that has any of these color cards on the top, the yellow or the red, so Nuptin and Kuromo, and you can cast those cards with Yami's mana source. If you're not sure how to play the game yet, definitely check out the actual Skytear. I'm going to more go into just the overview of the cards themselves here. So it's Deathly Touch. The first time Yami moves through an enemy minion, each activation deal 1+ damage to them. So that plus is you flip a card from your deck, and the power number on that, which is this number here on the top right hand corner, is the power number. That is what the damage that is dealt. And then it says for the worship action is the bottom there. Place Yami adjacent to the marked hero and deal 1+ a boost damage to them. So it has a 2+ attack, 18 health, and 1 armor. So that is good old Yami here. And Yami's ultimate is Kneel Before Me. So deal 4 damage and apply slow to target enemy hero. Place the target adjacent to Yami and mark them. I don't know how I like that one that much. I have not played it though, so I will not pass full judgment. That is just momentary judgment. Next up we have Sakoshi. So Sakoshi, again, really nice art here. Really nice sculpted figure here. Looks beautiful. And Sakoshi has the eagle eye. So Sakoshi has line of sight towards any marked enemy within 3 hexes. So normally if the character is within the dome, that center sparkly zone there that you can see, that is the dome. This white line around it basically makes it so you cannot see anything on either side of that. So this would allow you to see the hero on inside there and therefore target that hero. So that's pretty cool. And then the effect it has is Explosive Shuriken for its worship effect. Deal 1+ boost damage to any enemy minion adjacent to a marked hero. That is very neat, and can cast things from Towlet or Kuromo, and that is the green or red faction. Now let's see what Sakoshi's ulti is. So Sakoshi has an ulti of Shuriken Storm. So it is also a it's not, you can't play it anytime. So sorry, I should clarify this for those of you who have not seen this. Basically there's 2 things here. See, one has 2 arrows, one has 1 arrow. In the terms of magic cards, think of this as a sorcery and this as an instant. If you don't know magic, that means basically this you must start off and you can only play on your turn. This you can play as a reaction to someone. So this is acting and reacting symbols. And so Sakoshi's attack action hit all enemy minions and all marked enemy heroes in line of sight in addition to their original target. Whew, so that could be a potential finisher for a few things. That is very neat. Next up we have, I think if I'm not mistaken, this one is, yes. So this is Tlakali, if I'm not mistaken here. Yes, this is Tlakali. So from the Towlet faction, can summon on the blue or green, so that is Lyothin or Towlet, and has protective right. So this is one of my favorite heroes that I have in my deck. It says during the hero's phase, when a friendly minion adjacent to a pillar would lose HP, Tlakali may prevent the loss and lose that much HP instead. So it's basically wherever you have pillars, you can have Tlakali lose HP instead. And then it has the worship action of Life Force Infusion, heal a friendly hero adjacent to the removed pillar, 1+ boost HP. That's pretty sweet. It's actually really sweet. I've played it many times and it's great. And then we have the ulti for Tlakali is the oh my goodness, can't say this. The 1000th ritual. Apply a condition of your choice to each hero in line of sight of Tlakali and in line of sight of a pillar. Line of sight means 3 hexes and there isn't a barrier around it, such as a cover or the dome. So that means basically friendly and enemy heroes, you can apply a different thing status to them. So there's slow, there's frenzy, there's fast, there's the worship icon of the shapeshifter marked. So you have a bunch of different options that you can utilize for that. Very, very neat. And then next up we have Kotlik. So Kotlik is like the leader of the Towlet. And he represents the Kuromo and the Towlet house, obviously. So you can go red and green cards. And when there's a pillar around him, he has Towlets. Any creature that has a... Kotlik has +1 armor when he's close to a pillar. And then when he worships, you can remove any number of friendly pillars, and he gets +1 skirmish damage for each pillar removed this action. He has 3 plus attack, 18 health, and 1 armor. I really like Kotlik, and at the same time, I'm not sure about Kotlik. So he's a fun one, but I love the concept and the flavor that Kotlik provides. That's the one thing. So he has his ultimate is a action. My Kingdom. It says remove any number of any friendly pillar from the battlefield, then place up to 2 friendly pillars anywhere on the battlefield. These pillars contribute to the maximum number of pillars. So you can only have as many, I think 3 pillars maximum. Maybe 4. I think it has to do with the number of minions or heroes you have of that faction, if I'm not mistaken. Defeat enemy minions adjacent to each pillar. So that's a pretty solid swing for control games. You basically can just defeat enemy minions adjacent to each pillar. So you just place them around anywhere there's your opponent's minions, and you just pop them, or just wherever they are, you just basically, boom, take out those minions. So really great control aspect for the game. Next up, we have the Birdman, Kordjuf. So Kordjuf is pretty sweet, and Kordjuf is someone we have not gone over yet, and happens to be a mage. So a mage has this fire symbol here in the top that Kordjuf is pointing to, and that means it ignores armor and attacks. And this has the bow, which means range. I forgot to mention that on Takali. So that means you can target a hero that you have line of sight of within 3 hexes and attack it without having to be adjacent to it. So the other symbol is the melee attack with the sword, and that means you have to be adjacent to the hero in order to attack it, or a minion for that matter. And it has 14 health, 0 armor, and it says friendly shapeshifted heroes within 3 hexes get +1 skirmish damage, and then when it is shapeshifted, it has a +1 attack and becomes melee when you activate and apply fast. So if you have to do it to finish a turn in order for that to take effect. And then we have the ultimate for Kordjuf, and that ultimate is called Featherstorm. So that is a reaction, and you can place Kordjuf anywhere on the battlefield. Then if Kordjuf is shapeshifted, apply 3+ damage and apply disarm to an adjacent enemy hero. Can be powerful, maybe not the most powerful, but definitely there will be instances where this will come in handy. So that's Kordjuf. Next up we have the Bearman, and this is Golbjorn. Again, super nice detail on these. Very, very well created. You can see half man, half bear, the shapeshifter. And Golbjorn can summon... Oh, I forgot to mention, Kordjuf can summon from Nuptin or Lyothin, and that is yellow or blue. So now we have Golbjorn, and Golbjorn is from Towlet or from Nuptin, Lyothin, sorry. And he has Feral Majesty, so Golbjorn has +1 skirmish damage for each friendly shapeshifted hero within 3 hexes. Then he has Ursine Rage when you shapeshift. When he is shapeshifted, so after you've worshipped, he can... Golbjorn's skirmish actions do not hit a chosen hero and hit all enemy heroes in the area of effect instead. So area of effect, as you see, this one here is him, and then the bluish ones around are the areas that are affected by him. So those are the hexes you can target in. Really cool. Golbjorn is a beast and is legendary after a final game. So, and then we have Feral Vitality as his ulti. It says remove any condition from Golbjorn and heal him to full HP. Then if Golbjorn is shapeshifted, push each enemy hero adjacent to him 2 hexes. That's pretty cool. So you can move things away and also heal them up. Nothing wrong with that. And now we're on to the last 2 heroes here. So we have here, whoops, the focus is, these little guys are kind of hard to get the focus going. There we go. So we have here up next is Habarat from Nuptin, the kind of Persian, almost Byzantine, Persian Empire themed deck, kind of like got a Roman theme. It's really cool. And so Habarat is a Kuromo faction, and Nuptin is the card pool you can pull from, also red and yellow. So it has Outnumber. Habarat has a +1 attack while attacking an enemy that is adjacent to his illusion. So there's tokens that are basically gray versions of what you can see down here. See how there's a gray version and then the actual version? That gray version basically is the illusion that you place on the board, and that's its worship, and you can place it within 3 hexes of the hero itself, wherever it's placed. So he gets +1 attack while attacking an enemy that is adjacent to his illusion. And then Way of the Rogue. He is also an assassin. That this symbol up here means assassin. Does melee damage and gets 2 cards, boost cards dealt, but you only choose 1. And it has Way of the Rogue. When a projected hero damages an enemy minion with an attack action, you may move them 1 hex. So that's Habarat, and let's take a look at Habarat's ulti. So the ultimate is Blades of Lightning. When Habarat declares an attack action, deal 4 plus a boost damage to all enemies adjacent to his illusion. So that is really cool. That could definitely be a finishing move. Great art on this one. Love it. And the last hero we have for the core set is good old Akuti. So Akuti, you can see here, has some almost like blades, like swords coming out the back. Let's see if I can get a better focus on this so you can see a little bit better. There we go. See all those really cool blades. Again, the detail on these minis is fantastic. They feel very quality. I really like them. And so then Akuti is a Lyothin and Nuptin card pool, can be utilized. And that's blue and yellow. And it has a retribution. When Akuti resolves an attack action, she may deal 1 plus boost damage to an enemy minion adjacent to her illusion. So that means you perform an attack action and you could essentially target 1 minion and then take out another minion, or target a hero and take out another minion. And Resonance Light, projected heroes have +1 armor. So also projected heroes get armor, which is always a benefit in this game, unless you're going against a mage, which negates the armor. Again, arranged. And we have the ultimate for Akuti is Word of Nuptin. It says heal each friendly hero in Akuti's line of sight 3 HP. Apply disarm to each enemy hero in her illusion's line of sight. So basically, kind of like a tech card, being able to do multiple things at once, utilizing the illusions and stuff. I haven't played very much with Nuptin, but they're on my list of next things I want to jam and figure out. So I'll just kind of show you what's left here. Is you have these are the minions I keep referencing here, and they all have various let's see if I can get a better close up on this. Each faction has their own unique minion. This is the Lyothin. This is the Nuptin. Has that, you know, Spartan soldier kind of vibe. And then we have Kuromo. See the symbol on the hat? This one has kind of got like that Japanese samurai sort of idea to it. And then lastly, we have the Taolat minion, which is basically like a Mayan theme. Hence why there always seems to be the sacrifice and things like that within it. So that sums up the very first core set here that I wanted to go over. I didn't want to go into the cards too much, but again, here's the Outsider, the core Outsider, super cool. Next up, I'm going to be doing some videos on the other ones. Specifically, next up, we will have the Leviathan expansion coming at you next, which you can click right there, as well as the other ones as well. So please do like and subscribe if you're enjoying the Skytear stuff. There will definitely be a lot more coming your way.